Alright, welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the project that I'm currently working on. It's this wall system here. The first version of the wall system that I'm going to release to my store will just be these taller wall sections. It will be complete. It will have several straight, several curved, all the catwalk pieces, as well as some sort of an entrance. I'm currently working that out right now, whether it's going to be a gate or an arch. I want it to be big enough so that all the tanks and things can get through it. It's not that I want tanks specifically to be able to get all over the board, but I don't want to necessarily restrict them completely from a large area of the board either. And by giving them an entrance that's just big enough does create a choke point which their opponent can use to their advantage to try to focus fire on the tank if need be. But it does give the player with the tank the opportunity to enter into the walled area if they can't deploy there at the beginning of the game. As far as the lower wall and the transition wall, that will be part of the first expansion for the wall system. It will be able to be used independently of the original wall sections. It will be all lower sections along with at least 2 transition walls. That way, if you have both, you'll be able to transition between the lower and upper wall sections. As far as the upper sections, I've currently got 3 of the regular wall pieces. Those I'm going to try and about double that, probably at least one more generic one, maybe one more damaged one, and one more with a little bit more detail. As far as the corners, I'll probably do 2 more of those, one more generic, one more with some interesting details on it. I don't like to just give you ones with details. You need to have at least a couple of generic ones to fill in spaces if you want a big wall. The other thing I need to figure out are the transitions, how our mini is going to be able to get from ground level up to the catwalk and vice versa. Obviously this is one ramp system that I've come up with that's probably not finalized yet, and I'm probably going to come up with at least a couple more ways to be able to transition minis from the ground up to the wall and vice versa beyond just a jump. All of the catwalk pieces come and they attach to the wall with clips using a clip system, and the sections of the walls themselves each connect with a single clip as well. That it doesn't make the wall rigid, but it does keep it so that if you bump part of it, it's not gonna really disrupt the setup. It will keep the setup in place. Before I show you the other side of the wall, the one other thing that I'm considering doing is potentially a phase 3 or a second expansion would be to have risers for these walls. The reason is, and this is actually one problem that I have with Legion, are the height distances, which is a range segment, are huge in terms of height. So these barely get into the second segment of the height, and these are huge wall sections. And to get anything into the third section of the, it's impractical to get anything, height 3 or higher. I mean, you can do stackable buildings and stuff like that, which is fine, but in a 6-turn game, getting a mini from ground level up to a 3 height building, or vice versa, down from the top of a 3 height building down to the ground, it's going to take you half or more of the game just to move them up and down. And I don't really like that. But with the risers, I hope to get these solidly into the height too. Now this is the inside of the wall. It's made to work well with my Kyber buildings and many other buildings that are out there. And the so this is what the outside of the wall looks like. I tried to make it a little bit Jetta-like. It has some kind of, it's not smooth. Looks worn, like it's been there for a while. It's been damaged. The inside of the wall is a little bit cleaner. That's, in theory, the people inside the wall can work on that easier and keep it up. The stuff on the outside, obviously the wall is protecting them from something, and it might make it much more difficult to make serious repairs to the outside of the wall. Now, as you can see, just this section here takes up a good amount of space. I see this as either just being a divider on the table, dividing one half of the table from the other, whether it be long or short ways, or creating, a completely walled section. In theory, I suppose you could get these walls and put them right around the border, although I would worry about deployment with some of the deployment options that you have in doing that, so I'm not sure that would be the best idea. But this is the wall. I hope to have it up in the store, if not this week, next week. If you're watching this, a couple months from now, this should be in the store. There'll be links in the description for the store, my Thingiverse page, which has free versions of some models that I've created, so that you can download those, print them out, see if you like them, and if you do, then you can come to my store and buy some more. There's a good number of things over at Thingiverse for free. But if you like the wall, please like and subscribe both this video and also like my Facebook page, and you'll keep up to date on what I'm doing when this becomes available. I'm not sure that I'll be selling this in sections printed. It's always possible, I guess, but we'll see. But like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.